Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you 40 fonts that I came up with or some that I saw around the internet so that you can use them in your bullet journal or projects or notes or anywhere that you like. Okay, so without any further ado, let's go straight into the video. So the first one is a very general print font. Um, then we have a more then the next one is just like we just add a shadow to it by using the accent color of your bullet journal or your notes or whatever you're using it for. Then the next font is like typical modern calligraphy like you would see everywhere on Instagram. And then the other variation of it is adding drop shadows using sketch pen. Then this one trick I really like to do to add kind of a more of a 3D effect is to take a white pen and make lines right in between the strokes, and then take a gray sketch pen to make shadows. Now the next font, it's one of my favorite font. I use it all the time while making notes. As you can see, I took a Tombow brush pen and wrote April, since it's the month of April, because why not? And then taking a gel pen, I made borders for around the letters, and then again taking the white pen, I kind of made just straight lines in between the strokes of each letter, and taking a gray sketch pen, I made shadows around. Now taking my art liner, fine liner in 0.7, I just wrote April long in like a longer strokes, and just the next two fonts are just adding parallel lines to it. Then this next font is kind of like a scary looking font that I really wanted to add. It's very nice. Then the next font is kind of the typical font that you would see in newspapers. I tried to replicate it as best as I could using my brush pen, but it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted to, but the look is still nice. Then the next one is just bouncy letters in which like the letters are not aligned. And then another, here I'm showing another way in which I add drop shadows, is just adding like another line right beside the strokes. And then another thing I like to do is tracing, as you can see, tracing around the letters, which kind of adds like a fun pop to it. Now another kind of a trick that I have, instead of like I just use thick-ended markers to make kind of bubble and block letters instead of like writing it with pen and then coloring it in. So this is what I'm showing right now, and now using my Tombow brush pen, I'm again adding shadows to it just to give a 3D effect. Then I'm just using another Crayola super tip to kind of make a bubbly um, font, and instead of tracing right over it, I'm kind of tracing it a little diagonal and above, which kind of again gives it a unique 3D effect, which I really like. Then the next font was just block letters in the Crayola super tips. These fonts that you're seeing now, I just totally made from gel pen, which is kind of cursive type of thing that I do. Um, then again, I just kind of do fake calligraphy, and while doing fake calligraphy, I just took a sketch pen and colored it in. Now, another thing you see me doing here is the same thing that I did with my with my Crayola super tips. I'm just doing it with my Tombow which kind of gives like a smaller block effect. And yeah, then over here I just wrote just wrote block letters and then adding 3D effect to it, as you can see. And this is more elaborate. I added more like lines, and it really gave out like that pop of 3D that I really like. This is one of my favorite things to do. As you're seeing, I'm just coloring in a black square and writing April in white pen. Then I just took my stock Crayola super tip and wrote April, and then with a gel pen, as you can see, I wrote April again on top of it, which gives a really nice look that I like. Here's the overall look of all the fonts that I just showed you guys. Um, uh, just like being honest, the pink April that I wrote over there is my favorite. So that's all for today, I guess. I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, bye.